This is the story of the greatest series ever in League of Legends.
Summoner so slow, and a lot more damage into the evaporation. First blood in for Smep, goes on the chase for Prey though, getting what damage he can, holds back for plenty of damage, and ROX Tigers are dangerously close to death.
Calls the arrows, look at the arrow, get teleport.
In 2016, the ROX Tigers faced off against their Korean rivals SKT in the World Semifinals. And this series produced some of the best League of Legends we've seen to this day and created moments we will never forget. Today, we're going to do a breakdown on how this series became the best of 5 series League has ever seen in this tale of upstarts versus gods. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys already know of SKT, and if you don't, they're known for mainly 2 things: Faker and a lot of world skins. But I'm guessing that the ROX Tigers is a team that's generally pretty unfamiliar to most League players. The ROX Tigers were a team of almost ragtag players that banded together after the collapse of their former team known as the Coup Tigers. All of the members being teamless bonded together over their drive for victory, as well as having a little bit of fun while winning.
That is a bunch of cat ears, or I don't know what's going on. We're going to like Hello Kitty schools. I'm totally G Tigers, but that's
They've got their
I don't know what's going on,
their
guys.
tiger ears on and their pink vests.
I have no
I
explanation.
love GE, and they're constantly changing uniforms, bringing it to the next level. It's all about the mind games on your opponents, Noah.
Whether it was shaking up the meta or having the most stylish outfits in all of the league, the ROX Tigers showed that they didn't care much for convention. And you'll see what I mean a little bit later. But first, let's get into game 1 of the incredible series of SK Telecom versus the ROX Tigers. In Game 1, the ROX Tigers took an early lead by scoring first blood and having their top laner Smeb land a pixel-perfect Poppy ult. However, SKT matched the Tigers' punch, striking back and bringing the score to 4-4 in kills.
He's in a pretty dangerous spot, stuns up in a bang, but now getting chased down by Bangy. This could be enough damage to trade one back, and they will find the ROX Tigers jungler. Now it's Duke running for a Shockwave, not quite gonna land. They're missing plenty of CC, but it's still 2 kills picked up, and Duke is just too tanky. Smeb is now alone under the turret, will be running out of health, and it's Kuro to try to save the fight. Looks for Faker, does turn around one, and Smeb will not be killed off. It's a 2 for 3.
After finding a couple picks using Orianna's Shockwave and Ashe's Crystal Arrow, SKT managed to take Baron and acquire a 9,000 gold lead. Now normally, teams would just take that big lead, end the game, and just call it a day. Unless you're facing the ROX Tigers. Somehow, the ROX Tigers managed to stop T1 from breaking their Nexus and would eventually set up to race against the clock and go for their own Baron play.
Right, if you just sit there getting...
Hey, they're starting Asher.
And it's ROX hoping for a miracle play, looking for a rush on Baron. SKT are pretty far. You will have Duke coming in from the flank, but there's no steal in range. The arrow lands, and it's secure by Peanut. Now the 5-on-5. Bangy comes in, down to half HP, and it's going to be Duke kicked right back out.
However, despite their newly found Baron buff, the ROX Tigers were still down 7,000 gold, heading into an Elder Dragon fight where they, well, to put it politely, they got smashed, putting up SKT 1-0.
Especially if SKT group up and ROX can find a fight. Yeah, the support's coming. Karma just not there yet. Only thing that matters right now is this Elder Dragon. SKT looking to rush it down, using the zone from Wolf. Look for him. It has stolen so many objectives this world.
They're trying to keep out. Repel gets away from the stun. He goes in for it, and it's secured by Bangy. That is a big deal. SKT, Shockwave, a shutdown. They've got 3 already. They're looking to kill absolutely everybody. ROX Tigers getting wiped off the face of the map. Smeb the only one alive.
So you may be thinking, yeah, well, that was a cool game, I guess, but that's also Faker's SKT Dynasty. Surely they were going to win anyways, right? I mean, after all, the ROX Tigers can't be as good as they are. And you remember how I mentioned the ROX Tigers don't like to play by the rules? Well, what's a better time to take risks than in the World Semifinals? And before I explain what I mean by this, there's an important thing to note about the meta at the time. Zyra was straight up pick or ban. If she was open, she was chosen. It's as simple as that. She had the capability to absolutely destroy competition since she had high damage and also a pretty darn good laning phase. Regardless, the ROX Tigers made the mistake of leaving Zyra open for SKT to take as their own. Or was it really a mistake?
But when we're talking about who has
That's
the pushing lanes, they actually have done
an insta-locked misfortune.
something really weird. I don't care about my last point.
This is an insta-locked misfortune.
Support MF is great, right?
That surprisingly works. I wonder if he's spelled
20 seconds past support MF.
It is support MF.
Yeah. Karma mid.
Karma mid.
Yes, misfortune support in the World Semifinals. Nowadays, this pick isn't too outlandish, but at the time, Faker quite literally said, "That was an accident, they did not mean to pick that." Okay, so how'd this wild misfortune pick stack up against the power bot lane of SKT's Wolf and Bang? Well, I think I'll let you see for yourself.
Ash arrow.
Arrows land on the Wolf, and it's just going to be too much damage, too fast. Teleports be damned, who cares? A 2-on-2 kill for the ROX bottom.
The ROX Tigers' dedication to getting this bot lane ahead led to them really getting a dominant lead over SKT and eventually claiming Baron. But they don't call 2016 SKT one of the greatest teams of all time for nothing, as they fought back and eventually brought the game within reach.
Bit more than Olaf gonna run away. Pops the Ragnarok. Sven's gonna be careful. Pops Sonya's to stay alive, and it's inhibitor down. Duke is on the chase for Prey though, getting what damage he can. Oath back for plenty of damage, and ROX Tigers are dangerously close to death. It's gonna be Kuro falling. Duke trading his life for that one, and blanks around the flank. He can get the slow. They've caught up Sven, but Gorilla has to just run away. That's a pretty clean 4 for 0.
And as the game grew close, the ROX Tigers called for a risky backdoor, where their ADC Prey fired an arrow for the ages.
Killed, and they even got the pick off on Bang.
ROX doesn't actually have to stop pushing right now. They can delay the recalls. The Ash arrows. Look at the arrow. Get teleport.
He's gonna stop it. He stopped Duke, which means they can push. It's now on Wolf. It's a teleport coming in for Smith and Kuro. How much more can be done?
They want to win right now.
The tank. Wolf running out of health. He's gonna die off. Onto the turrets they go, but the minions are gone, and it's too much. SKT are here to defend. This is a difficult 3v2. Pushing down Duke, down below 1,000. Oath back on towards Prey. Push back yet again, but Smith's running low. But they get it. It's the Nexus. They're trying to burn it down. Is this not gonna be enough? It's not. ROX Tigers answer back with game 2.
I love it. This series.
This game completely floored SKT as they had no idea how to deal with this insane misfortune support pick. Also, this flash by Faker is just kind of proof that us mere mortals are not the only ones that have an issue getting over walls. Despite being really caught off guard last game, SKT went into game 3 pretty confident they could find a way to beat this really weird pick. But despite running a different team composition, SKT still struggled against this dominant duo and had to rely on their top side to keep the map even. Each team threw punches in this really bloody stalemate of a game. SKT relied on Echo and Olaf for engage, and Misfortune and Ashe were ROX Tigers' way of picking off unsuspecting enemies. And after this near 40-minute grudge match, the ROX Tigers finally used Baron along with some Ocean Drakes to find a way to shut down SKT and take their base.
Arrow onto Faker, the flash chase, Peanut doesn't have enough damage, the knockups are there, but Peanut won't go down. Bang finally gets a shot, but it's only Guardian Angel down. Smeb's running out of health, and that's still not going to be a kill thanks to the heal from Prey. Nobody's dying from ROX Tigers, but it might just be that for SKT. Last Nexus turret is down, looking to make it 2-1 in the series. ROX going for the play, another kill comes through for Peanut. There's the Nexus, and it's 2-1 ROX Tigers. They are 1 game away from breaking the curse.
And to put it simply, the ROX Tigers were up 2-1 with no signs of slowing down. SKT had been battered, beaten, and ultimately decided they had enough and straight up banned Misfortune, first ban going into game 4. And this seemed to be a pretty big punch to the gut for the ROX Tigers. For every play the Tigers threw at SKT, League's greatest dynasty always found a way to flip it on its head and fire back harder. And to make a 43-minute long story short, this is essentially what happened. SKT would hold a commanding grip on pretty much the entirety of the game, and as much as the ROX Tigers would try to squirm out, they couldn't escape the grasp of SKT Bang's amazing Jhin game. And ladies and gentlemen, get out the silver scrapes because we are going to a game 5. Misfortune would be once again banned by SKT, but something really significant changed about their team's composition. They had lost their crucial Zyra pick to the ROX Tigers, instead having to go for Nami as their support. The game started with ROX Tigers Peanut finding a pick in the jungle and drawing first blood. Shortly after, Prey's Jhin made a fish fillet, striking down Nami and adding a second tick to the scoreboard of the ROX Tigers. Not to be outdone, SKT would fire back, taking down 2 kills with the help of Lee Sin. Tensions began to mount as both teams kept trading kills all across the map. And less than 200 gold apart, the ROX Tigers called for a play on Baron.
Lee Sin is alive, but no smite right now for Bangy, and it won't be up in time. But they don't know that. Okay, 2,700, but he can't do it with smite. It's going to be all about this. He's in the pit, and it's the kill on the Peanut. Fight for either side, and it goes to Spep to try to save the game. But it's so many kills coming through for SKT. Spep cannot pick up Bang, and it's a 4 for 0.
What the hell just happened?
And once they found this lead, SKT punched on the gas and never looked back.
Oh, it's Spep getting caught up with this one, though. Jumping over to the minions, trying to get away from Bang. Thankfully not slowed by the volley, and he is going to get his life out of this one. But the Q's going to land. The tackle, the knockup, they want Curl. The kickback on a prey. That's already one. Will it get two? Looks like yes, Bangy secures it. And SKT on an absolute tear, looking for more. Chased by Faker, stays alive. They can help from Wall here.
Luke's here again, he peels off, he doesn't want to keep split pushing, he's just doing flank pressure. If he moves in, Kuro and Ray have to be so careful.
Poke continues, Bang gets hit with a shock blade, lands, but look at this now. Down to just the inhibitor itself, a knockback, they might catch out Gorilla. Not gonna have it just yet, but Prey caught out and shut down by Bangy. 5v4, and SKT could have another win on this one. Shock. Not gonna land just yet. Still going in. Engage. The stun against the wall. Peanut could go down to Bangy, getting the kill again as they move on to the Nexus turrets, and it's all that she wrote for this one. SK Telecom T1 backs against the wall. Bangy himself 3-0 against ROX Tigers in the series, and SKT punched their ticket to their third World Final.
And that, my friends, is the story of the greatest best of 5 league has ever seen. And before you go, let me know if you want to see more stories like this one by subscribing or even commenting it down below. I'm thinking of doing more of these, so if you want to see more, just let me know. If you want to see some more fire content, I've got videos coming up right here in just a moment. I will catch y'all in the next video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night. Later!